This is USC's School of Cinematic Arts, and it's the school that made the creators behind Star Wars, Back to the Future, Black Panther, actually the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Boys in the Hood, Superbad, Apollo 13, Spider-Man, Indiana Jones, Forrest Gump. Question, do you ever feel like you want people to like the stuff that you do, but no matter what, you hate what you do and no one else seems to care anyway? I feel like that. I went to USC, and I can honestly tell you that my time there was completely wasted until I realized what I'm about to tell you. And whether you're an artist or not, you need to hear it because it's not just advice for filmmaking, it's advice for life. These clips aren't actually from 2003. Right before I graduated, I bought a VHS camera. And for a while, I never really figured out how to change the date.
How do you feel about graduating?
Dude, well, I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy. I think I move too fast sometimes. And I don't stop to smell the roses. That's what my dad always says.
I literally walk through the rose garden. I smell them sometimes.
All right, well.
They're okay.
Like, not in like a homosexual way.
No,
like,
I legitimately do. Like,
no, I know, in your case.
But it's gay when I do it?
Oh, yeah, because I was speaking metaphorically.
So it's gay to smell roses. Well, you're going to get canceled when this comes out in 2004.
When I was a kid, I wanted to get into art because I wanted to make cool stuff. Now, there's an issue with this sentence because this word makes it ambiguous. Cool. If you Google the purpose of art, you'll find a lot of different quotes and definitions. To inspire, to find meaning, to reveal truth. Nowhere will you find the phrase, to be cool. Now, unless you explicitly defined cool as having meaning, what this childhood desire of mine really meant is that I just wanted to do stuff that people like. Luckily, I applied to USC, and they let me in, which means clearly I can make cool stuff, which I think everyone can, but this desire to be liked held me back the entire time, and it was killing my art. It was killing my life, but it was a long journey to get through this way too common issue.
It's a little gay to smell roses. Yeah, it is.
When I got to USC, I was nervous the whole time. Here's how the first film class I took went. Every single week, you make a video, usually just on your iPhone. You show it in front of the class, and then they give you feedback. Now, how this is supposed to go is that I make something that I like in my voice. People tell me their perspectives on it, which means that I now have a deeper and more self-aware perception of my art, which allows me to deepen my artistic voice and have a better conversation with the audience. That's what it was supposed to be. What I often did is I just took the blend of ideas that I thought everyone would like, and I just repackaged that into a film that was my weekly presentation. And that's not a good way to approach creation. It's not a good way to approach life. If you spend your whole life making things that other people like, as opposed to making things that you like, surprise, you're not gonna like your life. Don't get me wrong. Don't avoid doing hard things. Do avoid doing things that you hate the idea of. If you actually listen to that, you're going to save yourself so much time. When I really look back at what I learned in college, it's actually nights like these that my mind drifts to. This is my friend Armand, who had a college radio program, and for his last show, he decided to do a 24-hour-long radio broadcast.
Pull up to your mama crib and you know I'm flexing. Pull up to your daddy crib, he got an erection.
Not because he wanted to be famous or cool, just because, he wanted to do it. And people really connected to it.
Do what you love. Do what you love. We got 1 minute. Okay?
Part of the reason I'm making this video in the first place is because I wish I didn't have to go to the fanciest film school ever to realize that if I want people to connect to my stuff, I have to actually do things that I want to connect to. And not just aspire to be a big cog in a cycle that I don't even like in the first place. As the years went by in film school, there was this mounting pressure to get a better camera so you can have better clips for your reels, so you can make a better short film to go to more festivals, so you can get more traction to get a short film that'll have more exposure, etc., 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 etc. And now that I've graduated, I feel this mounting pressure to get a job so I can get a better job, so I can get a better job. And it makes you wonder, when do I get to do anything that I actually want?
Yeah, what's up?
I just want to make sure that previous clip doesn't go without context. I'm not I'm not gonna say that smelling roses isn't gay, because it is. It's definitely like smelling flowers, dog. Like, yeah. However, what I think the moral of the story is that, like, you gotta stop and smell the roses sometimes, which means, like, you gotta do some gay stuff if you really want to enjoy life. If you really want to enjoy life, you know. There's so many things where people are gonna like point at you and be like, "Bro, are you for real?"
Yeah.
Chewing fruity gum, that's gay as hell.
Just be
and you
gay.
know what? Yeah, maybe it is. It would be gay if I sucked dick. Like, that's not like a fucking controversial thing to say. All to say that, damn it, I wish we turned the camera. I wish we just left the camera.
I can't believe it took me until I graduated to realize that I didn't want to be the vague idea I had of someone who was popular in class.
How do you feel about school ending? How do you feel about the show ending?
Scared, sad, but excited at the same time. You know, I'm building this Porsche. I'm excited for it to be.
What are you excited about most in life? How do you feel about graduating? You seem like you're excited for that
Everyone who
much.
shows up to the show is going to be a friend forever.
You think so? You think we're gonna be friends forever?
I do think so.
Really?
I do think
I'm
so.
down with that.
Hey.
Hey.
You're great.
I think one more time.
Really good.
Wait, one more time for the camera? Oh, I thought we were going for a shake. That's
Okay.
my
Good
bad.
stuff. Well, see you soon.
I don't even really know this guy's name.
I really like doing music. I like making these sorts of videos. I like making weird experimental stuff. My nature has a pattern, as does yours, as does everybody else's. There might even be some desires that you have that other people don't know that you have, that no matter how long you've spent ignoring them, they just seem to remain over the years and just still resonate in your heart. Why not spend your time doing some of these things? Listen, man, I'm gonna say something that's so unpopular that it's borderline corny to even say it. Fuck the grind. The grind is stupid. Here's what I mean. All labor is suffering. Work is suffering. That's why we call it work. It's not enjoyable in the moment. But if that work is toward a goal that's backed up by a principle or an idea that we really love, it stops being suffering. We take what would have been enjoyment, and through the process of work, we convert it into fulfillment. Now, sometimes you hear a rapper talk about the grind, and they talk about the late nights in the studio, but how it was all worth it because they do it for the music and the culture. That's cool. That's not what I'm talking about. What I mean when I say fuck the grind is that this grind culture has come to mean spending every single hour of every single day doing shit that you hate, not to chase a dream or be original or become fulfilled. You do it just to make money. And then I'm going to tell you what happens. You buy a nicer car, you eat a nicer meal, you have some nice sex, and it's good, it's enjoyable. But what you're going to realize then is that those prizes are a small consolation for all the time you spent suffering at its expense, especially if at the end of it you have no sense of fulfillment. That sucks. I'd rather be crying in a Lamborghini. I'd rather be happy wherever I am. What are you here for? Is that why I make things? I make things to get people to like me so I can have more money and more social clout? Fuck. I have learned that the swiftest traveler is the one that goes afoot. Henry David Thoreau said that. He made the observation that his friend worked long, hard hours all day just to make the 90 cents that it cost to take the train to the town over, when in half the time Thoreau could walk the entire distance, all while enjoying the birds and picking at the flowers along the way. Is life about grinding yourself to the bone just so you can meet other people's expectations? Just so you can be admired? Just so you can be famous? Is that what life is?
Yeah, if you're worried about people like calling you gay or stupid or like a dummy for the stuff that you like to do, then you're never really gonna enjoy life.
99% of us spend 99% of our time doing shit that we despise, and we just accept that our life is good enough because 1% of the time we get to eat a nice meal or have sex or do drugs or something else that's so radically distracting from the rest of our lives that we can forget and pretend that our lives are fulfilling when in reality, the vast majority of the average person's life is a bloody struggle toward a goal that they hate and an idea that isn't even theirs in the first place.
Maybe this is a note to my future self, like, slow down, smell the roses.
You do not need to be rich. You don't even need to chase a dream to be fulfilled. You don't need to do art if that's not your thing. You don't need to be famous.
9, 8, 7.
If you want to love your life,
5.
you just need to do things that you love.
Yeah, it is a little gay, but like, go ahead and do it anyway.
1.
And if you don't consciously put aside time to do things that you love, you're gonna end up unconsciously doing shit that you hate. If you're watching this video, you definitely have time to do the things that you love. So maybe, just maybe, you should go do them. Or don't. I don't fucking care. It's your life. It'll suck if you don't, though. That's the whole.
All that matters is like, just had a good time with your friend, you know? That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? Who's watching this?
We're getting a mouth shot.
If you're watching this, you're fucking stupid, you know?